minutes. My name is Dara. I'm a physical therapist as well as a strength coach and a little bit of a yogi today, maybe. So we're gonna do a little bit of a nice easy warm up. I'm gonna give you some PT tips, injury prevention. This is for you if you're active adults, 40 plus, cyclist, runner. You need some quick workouts for home. You know you need core strength. This is the class for you. Live class every week. Join me Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's do it. 30 minutes. We're gonna start off in standing, warm up, get moving, get our bodies supple, limber. Core series. Every class we're gonna have a series of 3 advanced core moves. I'm always gonna give you guys options. Always gonna give you guys some options, modifications, but again, a little spicy core work, getting some strength, some stability for our spine. Start off in standing, reach to the sky, come to the back of your mat. Let's just stretch, easy yoga warm up. Yoga is for everybody. You do not need to be flexible to get some benefits. Let's do it. Reach to the sky, crown of the head to the ceiling. Inhale, reach length and get some length in your spine. We want supple joints and strong muscles. Inhale, reach, exhale, forward fold. Bring your arms all the way down. Knees are soft, just shaking it out. Release any tension, checking with your lower back. How's your lower back feeling? Get all those little niggling aches and pains out. Let's stretch, move. We're gonna go through this yoga sequence, easy warm up. Hold it here, one more breath. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hinging at the hips. This is your hip hinge, your deadlift. Hold it here. Brace with your abs. Nice stretch in the hamstrings. One more breath. Bring your hands down, step back into plank. We're going to go through this easy sequence 3 times. Then we're going to get into our core series next. We got 30 minutes on the clock. Hold it here, pushing away from the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck the chin in. Shoulders are engaged. Exhale, knees down. Slowly lower chaturanga. Easy yoga flow, sun salutation A sequence, easy. Push your shoulders down your back. Inhale, little baby cobra stretch. Nice spine extension. This should feel nice on the back. Not pinchy, just like a nice little stretch for your spine. Hold it here, shoulders out of your ears, one breath. Exhale, back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. That's the whole flow, guys. Not that exciting, right? Getting through a little bit of flex, a little bit of extend, a little bit of calf, hamstrings, back, shoulders. Pedal your feet, give your calf and ankles a nice little stretch. Let's do that whole series again. So we got 3 rounds. We're gonna move on, finish out our warm-up, get into our core series of 3 power moves in a circuit. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up slowly, head coming up last. I'm gonna bring some push-ups into our warm-up today. So get ready. Inhale, reach to the sky, round 2. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe it out. Hang out here, one breath. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees. Nice stretch in the hamstrings. Abs are engaged. Bring your hands down, step back into plank. We do have more planks in our warm-up. Stay tuned. Hold it here, one breath. Push away from the mat. Abs are on. One breath. And then exhale, either knees down or all the way down, chaturanga with control. Work your shoulders. Uncurl your toes, push yourself up, cobra or up dog if you want to come all the way up. If this feels good on the spine, again, brace with your abs and pull those shoulders down your back. Engage your lats. Those big back muscles are going to help to protect your lower back. Engage them. Here, last breath. Exhale, back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. I did say we have push-ups. We got some planks and some push-ups to finish out our warm-up. So stay tuned. That's going to be after this last round. Pedal those feet, give those calves and ankles. If you were like me, you got tight calf, tight ankles. If you're a runner, a biker, or you just got tight calf, tight ankles. That's kind of everybody, right? Stretch them out. Walk your hands back last time through. Rolling up slowly, head coming up last. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here, one breath. Last time through. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come down, plank. We got some planks. Next. Modify as needed always, guys, right? And then exhale, lower. If you can, either knees or all the way down. Work those shoulders. Up dog or cobra. Nice on the spine. Give that spine some extension. We spent all day hunched over stuff. Give it some extension, right? And then downward facing dog. We're moving on. So let's finish our warm-up with a plank, potentially a push-up. So what I'm gonna have you do is walk your hands back to your feet, come to the back of your mat, bring your feet nice and wide. So we're gonna do a little inchworm, walk out into plank. Now you got options. Again, if you're working out at home, you don't have a ton of weights, a nice, easy way to strengthen that upper body is planks, push-ups. Give your feet and hips some space here. So step wide. I'm stepping the width of the mat. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, walk it out right here. Back is flat into my plank. Optional push-up. Totally optional. But you know what? People are like, I'm not good at push-ups. I need work. You know, the only way you get better at push-ups is, guess what? You got to practice more push-ups, right? So you can do a wall push-up. You could do bent knee push-up. Got tons of options here, but I always tell people, work on your push-ups. If you've got an injury really limiting you, go to the wall, right? And if you really can't do that, then you can do something else with your chest, right? Maybe a little chest press, dumbbells, etc. But if you are just struggling with the push-ups, work on the push-ups. Great way to increase some upper body strength, and you don't need a lot of equipment, no excuses. Work your push-up, right? Elbows flared at about a 45-degree angle, nice wide stance with your arms. Your push-up is, everyone's gonna look a little different with their push-up. I would say try one. Humor me, right? We're just finishing out our warm-up here. Getting the heart rate up just a little bit, getting a little bit of core with our plank, maybe a little bit of upper body, push-up, opening up the hips. We're gonna come into this core series next. So this is the meat of the workout coming up. Weights are always optional, right? So this first move, weights are totally optional with class. Highly suggested though, last time. Come down onto the mat. Let's stay on the mat. Let's finish with a little cat-cow sequence. So stay here, bring the knees down. Let's get into a little bit of our cat-cow. Nice and easy. So we're gonna start off with our first move, which is a dying bug, dead bug. I'm gonna show you options with the weight. So if you wanna just add that one weight, now's your chance to grab it. Nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna come into a reverse crunch after that. Again, weights are totally optional. Last move is gonna be a nice little scooping lower abdominal, legs lowering. Challenging, spicy move. Let's do two more just like this. Nice cat-cow, open up the back, elongate, lengthen, get movement in your spine all the way up, all the way down. All right, we're done. Grab your weights. Again, series of 3 moves, circuit, power, spicy, give you guys some options. So level 1, you got your weights, grab the weights. This isn't that challenging with the weights. 8 or 10 pounder, nothing crazy. Most of my workouts, you don't need a lot of heavy stuff for these workouts, right? So my level 1, I'm going to do my core march. I'm just gonna start with the feet. Now, if you've got the weights, I'm just holding it here to start. My primary thing I'm thinking about for this exercise, number 1 PT tip here, lower back stays glued to the floor as your legs tap. There is no lifting up that lower back. Now, I'm holding onto the weight because for a lot of you guys, it's gonna make it easier to press that lower back down, right? If you don't have the weight, you can also just turn this into a dead bug. This is your fundamental core strengthener. Again, this is maybe not the move that's gonna get us these shredded abs. This is the move that's gonna get us that stability to protect our spine, to stay strong, to stay stable here, and then we build the harder stuff after this. So as I tap, whether I'm adding in the arms, or I'm just doing the legs, or I'm holding the weights, this right here is staying pressed down. So if you're not sure you're doing that, lift your head up. This is a long first set. We've got 3 rounds. So settle in, get locked into this position, meaning there's not even a fingernail here in this lower back. Lift your head up if you're not sure. If you're feeling really solid with this, then I suggest you tap further away. The further away you go, the harder it is. Keep the rib cage pressed down. Again, lifting the head up is gonna help you. You wanna add some spice, bring the weights further behind your head. You can also move them, which is gonna be our next move. A little bit of a reverse crunch. So you've got options here. If nothing else, you're just gonna add a little bit of upper arm work just by holding the weight and creating better stability locked in those abs. Let's finish with these, and then we do have a reverse crunch next. So it's a little bit spicier, so make sure you have this down. Let's do 4 more like this, and tap. 3 more, and tap. Again, 3 rounds. 2, 1 more. Abs locked into place. If you can't get the foundation and the form right, There's no point in adding all this more challenging stuff. Lock this in, right? Reverse crunch. You've got options. So my level 1 reverse crunch is just going to be here. Squeeze. I'm lifting my butt up and tap. See that lift? Deep, lower abdominal work, pelvic floor squeeze and lift. If you want to add in full body, add that upper body. Exhale as you bring the elbows to knees here. You want to get even spicier. Have fun with that. Add the weights. Squeeze and tap. Crunch. Again, the same principle that we started with. As my legs go down, my lower back is glued. My lower back is locked in, meaning my rib cage is pressed down. My abs are on. Lifting the head up will help you. Breathing, deep, bracing underneath that breath. A lot of things to think about. Squeeze and lift. Now, if you're just like, hey, Dara, I'm just trying to do the reverse crunch part, that's okay too. Whichever one you pick, lock it in. Get the most bang for your buck. You do not need hours of core work to get strong abs, shredded abs, and a safe, stable spine. Protect your body. Do it right. That's the point, right? So whichever one you pick here, let's do a few more. I'm gonna do these ones. Feeling a little spicy today. Use the breath. You should be breathing out of your mouth, loud. Core work is not a time to be quiet, right? Exhale, use the breath. That's part of your diaphragm. 2 more here. 1 more. Be loud, right? Be loud and obnoxious with your core work. All right, use that diaphragm, use that breath. Last move is a reverse lower, scoop the legs up. I love moves like this. They are challenging. I'm always going to suggest modify the move. If you got to lower it down here, you better have your lower back pressed down, right? So scoop, pull back up. We're going to change the feet for this in our other rounds, but for now, squeeze, lower, my legs staying. Legs go as low as you can. Keep that lower back pressed down, right? That's the key. So this is the hardest of the 3, right? Lower, and you decide. You go as low as you can go while maintaining this lower back pressed down, right? Again, you could hold the weights here, lifting the head up. If your neck's getting tired, give it a break. Nice little scoop. Should feel that lower abdominals is pulling away from you. Pull it back in. Squeeze. Maintain that lower back press down. Again, rib cage pressed down. Connect here to here, right? This is my little connection, this midsection, little scoops. We're almost done. We're gonna go back in to round 1, or to exercise 1, round 2. We got our dead bug again. 2 more. 1 more. All right, rest the legs for a second. Windshield wiper the knees, side to side. Locked in, dead bug, dying bug, or core march. That is your exercise. Round 2, press the lower back down. Exhale, rib cage comes down. Legs come up, tap. Round 2. We're not taking breaks. We got a lot to cover. In 30 minutes, you can get a ton done, right? Join me every week for live class. You can subscribe to the channel for live class notifications. Check the replays. I got little 10-minute core workouts. If you're just like, I just need that core work, that's it. Follow that playlist. Again, your full dying bug is here. If you do that full movement, full extension, you better have this lower back pressed down the whole time. So don't be a hero. Pick whichever one you can do. Challenge yourself, but you got to be locked in here. These next 2 moves are even harder, right? So get ready. Weights optional. We've got that reverse crunch next, so get ready. Again, if you're feeling good, lengthen further away, lengthening that lever arm. The longer, the further away you tap, the harder it is to stabilize. 2 more. Tap 1 more. Reverse crunch. Pick your poison. If you just want to do that reverse part, that's here, right? If you want to do that full body, exhale. This one is one of those ones that you kind of just feel, right? Where the legs get away from you, as the legs lower. That's one of those ones where people tend to feel a little sore. So again, Not that you have to feel sore. That's not the sign that you got a good workout in. But this one, if your legs are getting further away from you and you're really pulling as they're lengthening, you might feel this tomorrow, right? Use the breath. Exhale. Full body. Or you're just doing that reverse, nice little pelvic floor squeeze. Everyone has a pelvic floor. That is the bottom of your core, right? Squeeze, pull up, draw up. As you lift, integrate everything. Top, diaphragm, abs on the front, pelvic floor on the bottom. You got your glutes, you got your lower back. All of that is core, right? We're working a lot of abs today, but that is just one part. Last few here, exhale. Ooh, I'm feeling this one today. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, weights, optional at your sides, whatever you want. Lowering the legs, scoop. Let's do a little flutter. Let's change it. Let's get back up. Again, still some lower abdominal work happening here. If you're like me, you are feeling this. Again, you go as low as you can, right? I like the head up to help me lock in here, right? So if I'm not sure, I'm like, gosh, is my lower back lifting? I feel like my lower back is arching at the end. Lift your head up. These are hard. This is not an easy circuit. This is one of the harder ones today. They're all kind of hard, but you modify. You go as low as you feel like you can maintain. So if it's here, that's all you're doing, that's all you're doing. And breathe, breathe. We got one more round after this. We're gonna stretch and be done. Back up. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Flutter, flutter, flutter. For 4. For 3. Keep that lower back pressed down. For 2. Last one. Ooh, felt that. Abs are feeling it today. Got some tired abs. All right, dead bug. Talking to myself here. Lift your legs up, head up, locked in. This is your position for all of these moves, really, right? So again, last round. Stay focused. What's the objective here? Deep core engagement. Lower back is staying pressed down. I'm stabilizing my spine. I'm strengthening my abs. Got a lot of things to focus on here, right? But understand what is the intention of your work, right? So just have some clarity. What's the point of being here, right? Stronger abs, support my spine, deeper core work, more connected here, more efficient in life, in my sports. There's a lot of reasons why you might rehabbing for lower back injury. A lot of reasons why this class might be relevant to you, but understand your why. And then understand what you're doing here. Keep that lower back pressed down. My abs are engaged. My rib cage is pressed down. As I'm moving my arms and legs away. That's life. That's walking, running, swimming, biking. Can I keep this stable here while everything else is moving? That is the point. That is being efficient and strong and stable with your core. Let's finish up with these dead bugs. We've got that reverse crunch or full body crunch next. Last round, stay focused. 2 more. 1 more. Reverse crunch, whichever one you're doing. Your abs should be feeling tired. Mine are. Means you're doing some work, right? Squeeze and tap. Again, you decide. Find whichever version is going to be the best version that's going to challenge you, but not compromise your form, guys. Locked in, whichever one. And maybe you change it. Maybe this round you're tired. Maybe you're feeling stronger. Maybe you can get more engaged. Use the breath. That breath will always help you. Squeeze, exhale. This needs to be a loud breath, really engaging, right? Use that breath. We've got our last move, and then we're gonna start to cool it down. This month on my Strava group is Abs Core Challenge, so today is kind of appropriate. You can always check the link. I will link up to that Strava group. Free fitness challenge. Core Abs is November's challenge. Join us. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Ooh, I think I'm done with the weights. You can keep them if you want. Let's do a little bit of like scissor position with the feet go up and down this way, or you can do whatever you want. Last round. A little bit of side to side. Back up just to change it up. Give my brain something else to focus on besides how tired my abs are. Again, lower back is staying pressed down. You're not sure you're doing it right, lift your head up. Keep that rib cage pressed down. Last move. Finish strong. There is no space. When I mean no space in that lower back, I mean no space. Not even a fingernail. Press it down. And again, if you can't go that low because you're losing the form, just go to here, right? Keep it controlled. Strong, controlled. We are almost done, I promise. I said it was going to be spicy abs, and it is spicy. Whew. If you're not feeling it, then maybe my class is not for you. I'm feeling it. Let's do last few here. Go low. As low as you can comfortably. 4 more. Almost done. You can do 4 more. 3, challenge yourself. Abs will feel it tomorrow, probably in a good way. All right, last one. A little extra one. And we're done. Whew. Bring the feet down. Rock the knees side to side. Give that lower back a nice little easy stretch. Hug the knees into your chest. Get a little bit, maybe we'll add a little bit onto our cool down today. Rock, hug the knees side to side. Give that lower back a nice little massage. All the hard work is done. Let your left leg extend long on the mat. Hug that right knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Roll the ankles and the toes around. Let's start to cool it down. We're going to do a little bit of last little ab work. Easy, easy, easy. Just locking in that pelvis position, that lower back position. Roll the hips around. We'll finish with a nice little active leg lift. Now this is a little bit of a hamstring stretch. It's also a little bit of a sciatic nerve stretch. It's also a little bit of core work. Legs come down. Flex that right foot up, inhale, and then point it down. Now this kind of seems easy, but I want you to think about as the leg lowers, keep that lower back pressed down still. So make this really intentional. Up, and then as you lower, keep that lower back pressed down. So it requires some abs, right? Gotta still keep those abs engaged. So we're flexing up. If you're tight, ooh, you're like, that's it. And back down. Again, it's a nice stretch for the hamstrings. Also a little bit of a sciatic nerve glide. If you've got a little bit of sciatica, you might be helpful with this one. Lifting it up, back down. Abs are tight. Last few here, just doing a few. 2 more. 1 more. And then bring that knee across your body. Stretch out that lower back nice and easy. Bring that knee across the body. Find that position that feels like a nice stretch on you. Little glutes or lower back stretch. Open that right arm out. Nice little cross body stretch. Nothing crazy. Just getting into that nice position. Everyone's going to look different with this stretch. Find wherever it feels right for your body, right? That rotation, the twist that feels good on your lower back and your hips. Slow down the breath. The hard work is done. We made it. And then from here, when you're ready, come back to center. Let's do a figure 4 stretch, a little finish or hip openers. You can leave it like this. You can reach through for thread the needle. Right? Or any other version, any other hip opener that feels good. Now is your chance. Roll the shoulders, release any tension, let it go. Shake the head side to side. Notice any tension. A lot of that core work, definitely using the neck and the shoulders, so just let it go, let it go. We want to release tension. Nice supple joints, strong muscles. We want it all, right? And then when you're done, unwrap that right leg, shake it out. Let's hug that left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Roll the ankles and the toes around. Let's do that same hamstring stretch on the left side that we did on the right. So again, I'm bracing with my abs. I'm pressing my lower back down, flexing my foot till I feel stretch. Oh, I feel that stretch. And then in point, lower back stays pressed down. Inhale. Exhale it down. Abs. Don't forget about those abs here. So we're really trying to take this idea that we have that stability in our core, meaning as the legs are moving, I'm tightening my hips. Don't let that lower back arch. Keep it planted, engaged. Keep that core locked into that position. Right? Keeping that neutral pelvis. Inhale, and then flex. Just a few on this side. Everyone's got a tighter side, so just taking note of those things. I always tell my patients or clients, everyone's gonna have some of those asymmetries, so just work on that, right? We're going for relative symmetry. We're not trying to be perfect, but if you have a really tight side, you might wanna spend a little bit more time on that, right? And if you have a weaker side, same thing, right? We don't need to overcomplicate it. So inhale and flex. Last two here. I'm gonna stretch and be done, and that is it for today. Bring that knee across your body. Find that angle on you that just feels like a good stretch, right? It just feels like, oh yeah, it's good when my knee's up here, or it's better when I'm like this. We are all built differently, so just kind of tune in, listen to your body, and really find that position that feels right for you, right? Noticing where you feel any tension, let it go, head, neck, shoulders. We're almost done with class. We've basically just got 2 more moves, and then that is it for today. Last breath here. Exhale it out. Come back to center, figure 4 stretch. One of my favorites. Who doesn't like a good figure 4 stretch like this, right? Kind of a nice one. I've got other playlists. Again, if you're just looking for more stretching, you can check out some of those mobility, lower back stretches. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class every week. Join me. Relax the shoulders, release tension. We are almost done. We've got our last move, and then that is it for today. Last breath here. Exhale it out. And then when you're ready, just unwrap that left leg, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Let's finish in seated. Let's just finish with that nice rolling onto your side, coming into seated. Finish with that nice seated posture, tall spine that we started off class with. Again, you can sit however you need to. You don't need to sit cross-legged. But I want you to take this with you through the rest of the day, focusing on alignment. So it's not about perfect posture. It's really just keeping everything nice and aligned. Crown of the head to the ceiling, right? Ears over shoulders. Here, that's it. That's all we're thinking about. Inhale, reach to the sky. Lengthening through the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale it out. One more time. Same thing, crown of the head to the ceiling, ears over shoulders, tucking that chin in. Inhale, reach. And then exhale it out. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you got something good out of class. Take care of your bodies. I'll see you guys next time. And that's it. See you guys.